Hi, I'm Kris. It can be different when you are speaking at a speech contest versus that club setting where you are most comfortable. I'm here today to share a few tips and insights as you prepare for the upcoming speech contests. This information is going well beyond the rulebook and into more of my personal recommendations to consider. Pay attention. Pay attention to the emails that you receive from the contest chair, the contest toastmaster, or even the chief judge. This could include information about what forms need to be completed, the dates and the times and the location of the contest, instructions for parking even. Respond back timely when information is requested from you. If at any time you know that you are not going to be able to compete, something happens, we understand, life gets in the way, get in touch with that contest chair immediately so that there is time to get in touch with your backup contestant. Every contest is going to have a contestant briefing. Still may be online, more than likely it will be in person. At this briefing, the contestant's speaking order will be determined. You will find out what your designated speaking area will be, and the contest toastmaster will confirm your name pronunciation and the speech title. If there are other information tidbits and details, it will also be shared at the briefing. Be sure to arrive on time or even earlier if possible. Remember what Vince Lombardi, coach of the fabulous Packers, used to say, if you are on time, you are late. You know who I am. I said it in the beginning. It's that introduction. In our clubs, we know that we are going to get information about your speech. The audience is given a little bit of information about you, your speech, your path, your project objectives. They know a little bit of what to expect from you. But in a speech contest, you are only going to be introduced by your name, speech title, your name. No other information is given or shared. For table topics, you will be introduced by your name, the table topics question or prompt. The question or prompt is repeated, and then your name again. After the introduction from that contest toastmaster, this is one of those tips that I see all the time. Make sure before you begin speaking, wait for any applause to stop. The timer is going to begin timing at your first word or your overt gesture. And they want to make sure that they hear that first word. Take a second or two after that introduction from the contest toastmaster before you begin, especially with table topics. Take those couple seconds, regroup, think about your response. Just be careful to not start saying, because your timing will begin. Your audience, as I said before, your audience will not know the purpose of your speech, but can start to get an idea with the title of your speech. A couple of key points to remember when you decide on your title: relevance, intrigue, clarity, and brevity. Relevance, you want to ensure that your speech title directly relates and reflects the content of your speech. Intrigue, you want to spark curiosity and encourage the audience to listen. Clarity, avoid overly complex or ambiguous titles. And brevity, keep it short, keep it easy to remember. During that contest briefing, your contest toastmaster will reconfirm the pronunciation of your name and the speech title. If you decide to change the title of your speech from that last contest to today's contest, that briefing is when you make sure that the contest toastmaster knows your new title. Research. Oh, I know we all love doing research, but I want to encourage you to take some time. Do a little bit of online research for speech contest winning tips. You can look for the Toastmasters magazine for different articles, maybe watch a few YouTube videos from past winners. And you definitely are going to want to talk with members of your club that have competed in the past. What are some of their best tips to share with you? There is a new article in the January 2024 Toastmasters magazine titled Speech Contest Winning Secrets. Get ready to be the best contestant you can be. Dilip Abayakasara. This is why we practice those pronunciations in that contestant briefing, because I know I just butchered that, and I'm sorry, Dilip. He is a district Toastmaster accredited speaker, past international president, and second place winner of the 1992 World Championship of Public Speaking. In the article, he shared these 4 tips. Study other speakers, choose an engaging topic, understand the judge's guide, and develop your speech. Head on over to Toastmasters International website, read the article in full. Props. You are allowed to use props, music, PowerPoint, but whatever it is that you are going to use, you need to make sure that it is going to be able to be set up during that minute of silence before you are introduced, and also removed during that minute of speech after that minute of silence after your speech. Yes, you can ask someone else to help you, but it cannot be the contest Toastmaster. And if you are not set up on time, or in the case of PowerPoint or technology, and if it doesn't immediately connect and work, your speech time, it's not going to be delayed. You will be starting after that 1 minute of silence and the contest Toastmaster introduces you. If you are using props, try to find out in advance, how big of a room are you going to be speaking in? You want the audience to see your props, which may mean you need to find something a little bit bigger and oversized to use to ensure everyone can see. Microphones. Depending on the size of the venue, you may be using a microphone. Is it going to be a handheld? Is it going to be over the head? Maybe it's behind the ear. Are you going to be wearing clothes that will yes, you will be wearing clothes, but will those clothes easily hold that mic pack? I remember a few years ago, I had one of the AV guys, he had to turn me on, baby. My pants did not have pockets, so he had to drop the wire from the headset down the back of my shirt, attach the pack to the back of my waistband, and then turn it on. And then repeat the process again at the end of that presentation. During the contestant briefing, there is going to be time for you to practice using the microphone. Maybe not for your entire speech for that practice, but for you to get used to using it. And the AV guys are going to be able to determine the best audio settings for each speaker. During your speech, if something happens to that microphone or the speaker system, continue speaking. Hopefully, you'll be able to notice if someone goes out, and that means you can compensate by speaking louder, projecting out more to the audience. Maybe you have a friend out in the audience that if the sound goes out, they can quick signal you somehow, and that makes sure that you will start speaking a little bit louder. If you are using a handheld microphone, practice using it to make sure it follows your mouth when you move your head. Nothing is worse than holding that microphone in front of you and then turning your head to speak, or even dropping that hand in the microphone down to your side. After the contest is done, the ballot counters, the chief judge have left the room to tally your votes. You'll be called back to the stage for a brief interview. If you do happen to be competing in more than one contest, you'll only be interviewed after the last contest. We don't want to give you an extra opportunity for speaking in front of the judges. The usual questions will include, what is the name and number of your club that you are representing today? How long have you been in Toastmasters? And then there's usually 1 or 2 questions based on that speaker profile form that you completed. At the end of the interview, you will be presented with a certificate of participation. Take a moment, stand still, and stand proud with that contest Toastmaster while shaking hands or holding that certificate. This is the perfect picture moment. During the speeches, no photography, picture taking, or recording is allowed. There's going to be ample time after the contest for pictures. If you, as the contestant, want just your speech recorded, just make sure to get confirmation from the contest chair that it is okay for you to record. You are going to be responsible for designating someone to record on your behalf, and it cannot include any of the other speakers. And I ask, don't share that recording on social media. It's for your own personal use to watch for and focus on the areas that need improvement. An exception to this rule is going to be for the international speech contest at that district level. All contestant speeches are going to be recorded by the district, and they are going to submit the winning contestant's speech up to Toastmasters International. That recorded speech is going to be used for the quarterfinals for the judging. So all the districts around the world will all be submitting one video for their winner. The judges will be reviewing those videos, determining the finalists that will be continuing on to the semifinals, where they will present in person in August at that international convention. The winners of the semifinal rounds will go on to compete in the finals of the World Championship of Public Speaking. Woo-hoo! Yay. Every once in a while, we come across an instance where a contest only has one contestant. And I know I've heard a lot of people, well, if there's only one person, they should just continue on. No. The contest rules, contest rule book, the contest all those rules still need to be followed. You need to have all those judges, the timers, ballot counters, everything still must be in place. The contest must be held. If you, as the only contestant, you could still be disqualified if you go over or under time, if you are not meeting the originality numbers, or if there's an eligibility issue. What do you wear to a speech contest? Or maybe what shouldn't you wear? Yes, wear clothes. But when you are choosing your attire and your hairstyle, take into consideration what microphone is going to be used at the contest. Men may find that a button-up shirt with a jacket will be best to accommodate a lapel microphone. Women should probably attempt to wear a dress or a blouse or jacket that would comfortably allow for the attachment of that lapel microphone. The microphone battery pack, this is going to need to be attached to an item of clothing, maybe hooking it onto a belt, a back pocket, putting it in the front pocket, maybe the back of a dress or shirt. If a headset is going to be used, that side piece hooks over the ears from the back of the head and neck area. If you have long hair, you may find that wearing it up is going to be easier to accommodate that headset. You also want to try and pay attention to what the background curtain is going to look like for in that stage area. If you are planning to wear an all black outfit and you have a black background, you're going to blend in. Yeah, I know, taking a couple different couple different outfits with you may be excessive, but it might be helpful too. As you continue to move forward in these speech contests, I want you to remember to have fun. We all want to win, but we know that it is not possible for everyone to win. Instead of focusing on winning, focus on what you can do to develop your presentation style. Judge yourself. Have you made improvements since that last contest or speech? Pay attention to the other speakers. Learn from them. If you don't advance to the next level as a contestant, still attend that next level contest. Volunteer to help. Be there and support the other contestants. I want to thank you for choosing to be a speech contestant, and I wish you the best of luck. We'll see you at a contest soon. Take care.